The stages for this race will be 40 and then 80 and then 130. Do not go 66 plus. Remember to use the access road on the exit of pits until the back straight. If you do not do this, you will be given a warning. You'll be given a warning for going through anyone else's pit box as well. And remember that speeding on pit road under green is a drive-through, speeding under pit road under yellow is to the back. I gotta use the restroom real quick, so I'm gonna do that really quickly here. Alright, yeah. The 11 stall is here just in case someone wants to get a pit stall. Actually, let me delete it real quick. Because since the 29 stalls here, that's like enough. Let me get some water real quick and then we'll be ready to just line up. Alright, I'm back. Are we ready for the race tonight? Some guys were in the K&N race, so they got more practice for this. It's the same setup, although there is tire wear, so that is the difference. Okay, here we go. Green flags out at Pikes Peak. Already the 21 slipped to the bottom off the restart. We're 4 wide right there. Tristan's gonna lead the first lap here. Sean right there. He goes up top a little bit. Oh, some contact back there. Cole up to third. Sean holding the bottom pretty well. Can he get around the 48 here? He's going to use the top a little bit here to get side by side. Cannot make the pass yet. Holden now has third, fourth is Cole, fifth is Lucas, sixth Brandon, seventh Bush, eighth Wyatt, ninth Bug. .48 has the lead for now, but Sean trying to do anything he can to get around him. He's gonna push him. He's gonna use the bumper. Side by side. Tristan almost cleared, but not quite yet. Sean to the inside. He's gonna take the lead. Tristan's gonna give him a push. Sean's gonna lead his first lap of the race. He's been consistent this season, but he has not won a race just yet. Oh my gosh, yeah, almost was not a good entry for Sean, and it's actually gonna almost cook him because Tristan's now a little bit there, and unfortunately that bad entry kind of hurt Sean's whole corner there. Shug's gonna get to the inside of the 48 here. These are the points leaders, and Shug's gonna lead his first lap of the race. Tires are not really too big of a factor here, so it's really just gonna be on your line. Tristan into the wall, but the top, I would say 6 cars have separated themselves. Now Shug's been able to catch the lead as Tristan turns himself into the wall. Although that might have been a racing incident, but from my point of view, it kind of looked like he cleared himself. But 9 laps in, Lucas now up into second. He dominated this race last season. Unfortunately, got it took away from him. But he won the K&N race on Saturday. Stage is 40. But Lucas won that K&N race, got the most laps led on Saturday. So let's see if that'll transition over to here. The guys who were at that K&N race were Shug, Lucas, Tristan for half of it, and Sean. And something's happened with Wyatt and the 21. What happened to you guys? I did not see what happened. I don't think you guys pitted. Something definitely happened. Oh, they got stuck. Okay. Well, I'm gonna just kind of let you guys deal with that. I mean, I didn't see anything that could be represented as foul play. Hayden, you could join. All right, Hayden. Shug's got the lead so far, but Tristan and Lucas are battling for second. Hayden's gonna merge, but with the 21, but he will be a lap down. As Shug has led 8 laps so far. This whole pack's kind of under a blanket for second right now. Shug's been able to pull away a little bit as this whole pack of guys are just kind of battling for it right now. Trying to get that clean air a little bit too, but Tristan's been able to get the clean air a little bit. Brandon up to third. I will say though, if they continue to beat and bang, they're going to lose a little bit of time on the leader. Although the draft, it's a little somewhat strong, but it's somewhat not at the same time. So it's still dependent on your corner there. Brandon up to second. I think Brandon's been pretty impressive to start off this season. He's been actually pretty solid, and I haven't seen him get into much trouble I think if he consistently does this, he's gonna get that win soon. And I don't think it can happen at a super speedway. I think it could happen at any track, honestly, maybe. He is in second right now, catching up. Oh, Sean gets put into the wall, and that's going to be a caution. Unfortunately, that's going to ruin the race. You know, Brandon was catching Holden pretty good there. I'm going to review that. Tristan, you just walled the fuck out of Cole right there, so let me just review that. Also, if you guys want to pit, you can. Hayden's gonna get the free pass though. Okay, let's see here. Let's review what happened with Tristan and Cole. Tristan makes the move. I get it's on a race back, but I'm still gonna warn you because that was pretty bad in my opinion. Pit roads, you can still pit, Hayden. So don't worry about that. I don't care about apologizing. I'm just gonna warn you still, honestly, because you walled Cole and made him flip. You walled Cole and made him flip. I don't know if it was an accident, but still, yes, on the race back, it's still racing for position technically. So that's why I do penalize people who wreck people on race backs. Alright, are we ready? Don't go 66. Alright, here we go. First pit stop here. Remember guys, do not go through other people's pit boxes. Holden, Bug, Tristan, and then it was a little bit of a scramble there for the rest of the spots. But Bug gained tons of spots right there. He gained about like 7 spots, I believe, or 6 or 7, to now be on the front row of this restart. This restart's gonna be a little crucial as some guys got bad starts. So we will see. Holden has 14 laps led, Tristan has 4, Sean has 2. That's the outside. Holden, that's technically... No, that's the inside Holden. You want the inside, right? Okay, Bug gets the top. Alright, let's see this wide clip. That was okay. Wyatt pinches him down. Wyatt wall rides, and then the twin one just walls him. So I'm not gonna warn him over that. I'm gonna just warn the both of you because you guys are just both doing shit to each other. So warn both of you guys. Alright, Hayden, line up. You're last, Hayden, because you just got the free pass. So. I allow retaliation, but since both of you guys were kind of like doing some bullshit to each other, I'm just going to warn you both. So, Hayden, can you line up, please? Lucas, you're right here. Hayden's last. Sean, you can line up here if you want. I don't really avoid apologizing. I mean, can apologize to other drivers, but don't apologize to me. You guys do these things to yourselves, so. 29, trying to wait on him, but I'm going to give him about a minute here, and if he's not back, then we'll start without him. It's just how I host, man. Do not care. I don't think Hayden's gonna get parked, bro. Like, he hasn't done anything yet, so. No, it's just because if it's not here by the time we're running out, then I'm gonna restart without him, and he could just merge in the last. But if he's not here within like 10 laps, he's getting put another lap down. Alright, are we ready? Alright, here we go. Restart time. I didn't see any NRs, so I expect all you guys to go. Shug with an absolute amazing restart. But he gives up the bottom to the 48. Side by side for the lead now, as they're 3 wide for 3rd place, and this is what I'm talking about. They let the leaders kind of get away, build a gap. Hayden, you can merge next time by, and you won't be put a lap down. Shug has the lead. The whole pack is back there fighting for these spots. They're trying to keep. Alright, Shug's gonna be still holding on to this. Thankfully, Hayden didn't merge in a bad place. And now Tristan's gonna get under the 18 here. But Brandon was up there, probably contending for the lead, I feel like, and then the caution came out, so he's got to get through this traffic right here, I feel like, if he wants a chance. He gets put down by someone I couldn't see because my angle is pretty shitty. Now Shug's trying, or the 88's trying to get into this 3-car battle for the lead. And here comes Lucas to the bottom of the racetrack, holding, couldn't block. But he kind of arrow blocked there and let Lucas be forced to lift there for a second. As now Hayden up into 4th place. Hayden's pretty solid here. This is one of his better tracks for sure. But they are losing quite a bit of time. They're going to have to try to get some clean air somewhat. Or be single file to try to gain on the leaders here. The 18s led 18 laps, make it 19. Is going to get a bump from Lucas. This is allowing Hayden to catch up. But those guys are still 3 wide back there, so I think they're going to, those guys at least back there in that backpack are going to lose even more time than they just were. But we will see. Oh, it's wide and Brandon get shoved in the wall. Hayden's starting to catch up a little bit here. Shug's so far been dominating, but there's still 102 laps left to go. As Tristan's going to get to his bottom. That's been, I think, Shug's weakness is defense so far to start off the race. He's been really good, but his defense hasn't been on point just yet, but it's still very early. Somewhat early, I guess you could say. So Lucas gets to the bottom of the 48. Lucas now to the lead, but now Holden now to the lead. Now Tristan to the lead. 3 wide for the lead. at Pikes Peak. It's been fun to watch. Shug's gonna back out. Hayden wants more. Trying to get into this battle here, as Bush McBeans is gonna be able to get into this battle as well eventually. As Tristan leads his 7th lap, but 3 wide for the lead. The 29 is now in the conversation of Hayden, as Hayden's car obviously wasn't here for the race, but he's in the 29. Lucas in the lead now. We haven't talked about him too much, but he's been up in that top 5 all race. Start off, but we're 4 wide for the lead, and now Hayden's gonna get a push. He's gonna lead his first lap of the race. He's got Tristan to the bottom. And now Bush Baked Beans is going to make it 3 wide for 3rd place. This is just going to bring some of these guys up here now. Five-car battle. Tristan leads. Hayden's to the bottom. He's gonna go up the track. 3 wide. Hayden was not clear there. Lucas gets kind of fucked, but he's not out of it completely. And Hayden's getting his first laps on the track still with cars around, so I'm not gonna warn him for that, but just be careful. He's got the lead, but the 18 gonna give him a push up the track, and now Holden to the lead again. Lucas now up to the point that Sean's up here. Everyone's up here now, realistically. 6 to go in the stage. Remember, no stage yellows. I don't even know I'm saying that. Shug leads. 3 wide there for 2nd place. It's been bump and run central tonight. It's hard to get that clean air and run with it. Holden's been trying to do that for a little bit now. Bugs now getting up here. Brandon too. The whole field's just actually up here basically. Tristan's gonna try to send it deep, and it somewhat works. Tristan hasn't dominated this stage. I'm sure Holden wants to win this stage, but these guys are kind of taking advantage of him right now. Tristan's got the lead. Okay, try not to wall tap guys. I don't know if he even gains you that much of an advantage, but still. Hayden in the lead. Goes up the track to go in the stage. Holden now up here. Wyatt's up here now. This is the first time he's been up here all race. Shug trying to hold on. Tristan's going to make it 3 wide. Does it stick? It does. Over 3 wide for this lead. And now Hayden wants a slice of that pie. Final lap of stage 1. Remember, no stage cautions. But Tristan's going to go up the track. Okay, you don't need a wall tap. You had a little bit of room, in my opinion. Tristan's going to block the 29 pretty hard there. Oh, they're shoving each other. And Hayden's going to win stage 1. I think that's his first stage 1 of the season. Shug, and then I think Wyatt, Tristan, and Cole got that 5th place spot, I believe. That's Wyatt now 3 wide for the lead. Trying to get his first lap led since I think Daytona. Oh, 4 wide. That was not going to cut it. That was just not going to work. As 2 guys are down pit road. Remember, pit speed 66. Honestly, I wouldn't get too mad about that. If I were you guys, because you guys are 4 wide. And there's just no room right there for anyone. It's 4 wide right here. 3 wide for 2nd now. Everyone's just shoving everyone up. Might have to start handing warnings. You guys kind of keep doing this. It's kind of too much. Y'all trying to force the issue so badly. Yeah, I'm gonna start handing out warnings for just because like I don't mind bumping runs, but like whoever made that shit 5 wide was just kind of being an asshole for no reason. I feel like the 21 and 4 and the 1 are down pits. Remember, you have to use the access road on the exit. Tristan now is going to elect to go to pit road, but the whole field's going with him except for Bug. Bug has not yet to pit. Bug's going to lead his first lap, I think, of the season right there. Bug, kind of a bad entry. I feel like he could have easily full sped it a little bit more there, but we'll see if he'll manage to get a solid stop after that. So the whole pack of cars merging together. Bug's making his pit stop here. He's going to get off of pits here. Bug's going to get off. Merge pretty solid. Tristan's still with the lead. Oh, but he did go 72. That Bug, that's a drive-through. I'm sorry, Bug. You actually had the best pit stop of your life, but you went 72 on the final sector. You gotta do a drive-through. Sorry, Bug. I feel bad for the guy. He's having a tough start to his race, and he was finally having something going good. Unfortunately, he speeds on pit road. Tristan's got the lead though, but Lucas is in this conversation again, and Brandon again. Tristan's got a little bit of a lead, but Lucas is there. Tristan's starting to catch up to Holden laps led a little bit here. Tristan's got the lead still as the 1 and the 78 go straight into the wall. Not too sure what happened. Brandon Hale goes up the track a little bit. He's going out of the 21 to get to the bottom for third. Tristan very cleared. Lucas to the lead now. He's yet to lead a lap all day, but maybe that 88's finally coming alive here. And he's going to do it. First lap led for the 88. Unfortunately, Brandon kind of got swatted by the pack as they go into the wall pretty hard there. Lucas has the lead for now, but he gives up the bottom. And that's been kind of people's problems, that they give up the bottom on entry. Everyone's line is different, but some guys just give up the bottom easier, it seems so far. Brandon goes up the track. He just sold 4th place, it seems, as a 3 wide for 4th. I don't know how this is helping them at all. Tristan hanging on. He's got these 3 guys, these 2 guys who've been up there all day. Now Shug's gonna make it 3 wide. 3 wide for the lead. Shug gets another lap led. Stage 2 will end on 80. Shug gets kind of punted out of the way. Side by side, Lucas can get a lap led here. Brandon and Hayden side by side right there, but they've lost quite a bit of time. Oh, Tristan and Shug going to the wall. A little bit there as Lucas has the lead again. I guess that was a little bit of clean air for once. Let's see what he can do with it. Although clean air hasn't been as king as other races this season. Usually this race Queen Air is king, but since I upped the draft by 1 mile per hour, it seems to make it a little bit harder to run away. It's definitely possible. We've seen people run away a little bit, but it's not been as big there as in seasons past. Because that pack is still racing hard for, what is it, 5th place now? Lucas trying to fuel save there. $60 laps into this thing. Been a solid race, honestly. Kind of comparable to the race yesterday. I mean, not yesterday, the other day, the K&N race. We'll see if it'll be the same result, though. It was a fuel strategy race, and Lucas ended up winning with about, like, what, 200 fuel at the end? 300 or whatever. Yeah, it came down to fuel, but today there's tires coming into play, so we'll see if it's different. Sean's actually gotten up to 3rd place. Good on him so far to be consistent this race. The rest of the pack's still fighting back there pretty much, as Hayden's kind of broken away. If I had to say, I think Shug's been the best car. I'd say Lucas and Tristan are a close battle for 2nd. I'd say Sean and Brandon have been really good, as Wyatt's going to get flipped, and that's going to be a caution. I'm going to warn whoever did that. Yeah, I'll see what happened, but I was saying this is going to save Bug. Brandon's been up there, but he keeps getting in these bad situations with the whole field, so I guess this is going to help him out. Let's see here what happened, because I've been getting complaints about Cole pretty much most of the, not most of the race, but a little bit here. Seems like Cole. Okay, can't really tell. And Cole, you kind of just went straight up. I mean, you kind of had a little bit of help from the 4, but you still went straight up. I'm sorry, bro. I'm gonna give you a warning for that. I'm not gonna screen. Oh, what is it, Wyatt, bro? Yeah, I've been seeing people do that all day. I'm gonna start warning people over it. Sorry that I didn't see that well, but honestly, everyone's been kind of sending it on each other, so like, I don't know what to do. Alright, are we ready for the pit road? 3rd pit stop of the race, but this one comes out at kind of an awkward time. But here we go. Bug's gonna win the race off of pit road. That's going to put him the leader. He went from last to first in a matter of a pit stop right there. I think he short pits a little bit, but I'm not too sure. Bug's going to be the leader. We'll see if he could try to hang on to this track position a little bit here. 21 in second. I haven't talked about the 21 that much because he's been kind of caught up in some incidents or just the pack. Bug strategy is kind of interesting, so I'm wondering if, since he's kind of choosing fuel, a little bit of fuel, a splash of fuel over tires, let's see if his strategy will end up working for him. We'll follow this story throughout the race. Cole went up, Hayden's NR. Waiting on Hayden to be ready. Well, they're going to fall off kind of soon, so I'll be careful if I were you. Ready? I ask you for ready again, because, okay, Hayden's ready, so here we go. I do not see any in there this time. Green flag's out. Bug holds onto it, but he goes straight up the track a little bit. Oh, Wyatt gets put up. And that's going to fuck over Lucas. Okay, Wyatt, that's a 2 out of 3, dog. What was that? You just punted the fuck out of the 21, dude. I don't give a fuck if you got wrecked, but you went straight up, bro. I don't give a fuck. That's a lap penalty. Tristan's now got a little bit of a lead. And unfortunately, that fucked over Lucas. He was one of the best cars. Unfortunately, gets fucked over by them getting stuck. I didn't see it. I'm not gonna penalize a guy for seeing it later when I've been seeing everyone do it all race long. You should have LePage after you got fucked. You didn't have to LePage people, innocent bystanders after that bullshit. That's on you, bro. Tristan has the lead, but Holden's gonna be able to get up there. I think he could have. Don't stop arguing with me, bro. Like, it's not worth it, dude. There's gonna be another caution probably. So I wouldn't argue right now. Just try to get solid grip on the setup, I guess. Shug's gaining. Hayden in third, Brandon in fourth, Cole in fifth. Now, let's see who's gonna lead lap number 6-7. Side by side, Shug has 3 laps led over Tristan. Okay, let's not wall tap. You didn't have to give up that much, but it's okay. 18 in the lead here. 29 takes second for a car trying to take third. 18's in the lead. Brandon's gonna go high. Almost lost third with that line. He gains on the 29. Hayden's been actually a little bit up there actually when he's not getting involved in the restart shit. Same with Brandon. I think those two could be up there by the end of this thing if there's not a restart that fucks them, if there even is another caution. But that's the thing. Racing, you could have everything and then it gets taken away with one restart. Stage will end at 80. Shug's led 30 laps here. Tristan to second now. Managed to get around a few people. Wyatt stopped sending it. Holden's got the lead. It's got a little bit of a gap, like a car length over the 48. It's gonna send it a little bit on Brandon. Set. Gonna make it stick. 57 to go. 48's gained a little bit, but obviously because it's draft, and the 18 doesn't even try to block. That's been Holden's kryptonite today, has been that. Not blocking when it matters, I guess you could say, although sometimes he blocks good and sometimes he doesn't even try. But we will see how that'll come into play at the end of the race, because I imagine there's going to be at least a few guys battling for the win at the end of this thing, unless someone pulls away here. 56 laps to go. Tristan to the lead. Hayden in second place. Brandon trying to get around Shug for third. Brandon trying to get around Hayden for second now. But they're going to kind of let the 48 wiggle away with this one since they're not single file. Brandon kind of gets shoved by the 29 a little bit. That was not on him, in my opinion. They got to try to push together if they want a shot at this. And I feel like and stuff like that is going to make them lose even more time. They've already lost a little bit of time. You got to try to get single file or push each other, and they're not really doing either of those things. 4 to go in stage number 2. Tristan's starting to catch up to Holden most laps led again. About 5 laps off from taking that. .52 to go. Can anyone do anything to try to gain time on the leader here? Shug's gonna try to get around the 18 and the 78 right hooks him. As we got a car on pit road as this 21, I didn't even see that. Tristan's got a big gap, but these guys aren't really helping each other at all. They're losing tons of time. Now the white flag in the stage. Let's see who's gonna get the stage points here. Looks like Tristan's gonna win the stage. Okay, Sean, you didn't have to send it that hard. Next time you do that, it'll be a warning. You lost all of you guys quite a bit of time. And actually, Sean, I'm just going to warn you because I'm just kind of trying to set a new precedent. And Tristan's going to win stage 2. Shug gets second. Hayden got third. I'm going to review who got the other positions. I warned you because I'm not trying to see people continuously send it. People, bro. Fourth was Brandon, and fifth was Cole. Sorry, bro, but my angle shows that Cole got 5th. Although it does look like you're a little bit ahead of him. I can't really tell. Tristan ties for most laps led, but they got a lap car ahead. Sean has the right to block these guys if he wants, although do not try to be too egregious with it. Shug to the inside here. Oh, 3 wide for the lead now. As Hayden now takes the lead, is going to get a lap led. Hayden trying to make a chase push. Since Juan left the league, I think you might actually have a shot at it. It's just got to show up. And that's what's going to have to happen for you. Tristan now has the most laps led by a lap. That will be 5 bonus points. That's going to help one of these guys. Holder and Tristan, they're in a tight battle for the points lead here. As they're all going to pit now, Brandon's going to stretch it an extra lap. Cole's going to pit with them as well. Do not want to make a mistake. Hayden, you went through someone else's pit box. That's a warning. I'm sorry, but try not to do that again. You're not allowed to go through anyone else's pit box here. Shug has kind of a slow stop. He lost a few spots. Brandon Hale is going to lead a few laps here. Now he's down pits. Let's see how good this Brandon Hale pit stall is. It's actually a pretty good stop by Brandon, as he managed to gain quite a bit of time off of that. He would not have been up there if it wasn't for this great pit stop, as I think Bug's going to try to pit. Yes, he is. Lucas is staying out. What a stop by Brandon, though, and he's going to have a little bit fresher. But let's see about Bug and Lucas here, as these two kind of stayed out a little bit longer. They might have fresher tires here. We'll see how that'll pan out in the long run, as there's still going to be one more stop, I imagine, here. As Bug now out of his pits. Lucas has still yet to pit. He's staying out quite a bit here. I did not see that. Bug is going to have to do a drive-through again. I guess he's sped and he admits it himself. Oh, he is doing his own drive-through. Lucas still staying out here. I do remember him fuel saving earlier. Lucas might be able to get a fuel saving win again, or a fuel involved win again. If he pushes it enough, I feel like he has a shot. But these guys got to try to get the best Queen Air they can, or best position. I think Tristan, Hayden, and Brandon, this is going to be the battle for the lead once Lucas pits. Brandon has a little bit better fuel than both of them. I think 2 laps better, but when Lucas pits, we'll see where he ends up. Because if Lucas staying out quite a while, he's going to be able to stay out on the final stop. And if that final stop's late enough, he might be able to stretch it to finish this race with the win. But he's managed to stay out quite a bit of time here. But he's going to lose a little bit of time. And we saw at Hickory, you can stay out as long as you want, but you're going to lose pretty bad. So I'd say he should pit before the tires completely kill his time here. But he is not pitted yet. Still keeping these guys about a lap down. Lucas is still not pitted yet. Let's see here. He didn't get these guys over a lap down because he is losing quite a bit of time. But let's see how long he's really going to try to push it here. He's going to pit this time. You don't not want to speed. He's close. This is going to be the battle for the lead right now, right here, between Tristan and Hayden. Lucas managed to lead quite a bit of laps there, about 8 or so, stretching it. Now, This is the battle for the lead, the top 5 right here. Hayden's got it, but Tristan's on the bottom. Shug in 3rd, 4th was Brandon, 5th is Cole. Lucas just cannot lose any more time. I think he's just got to try to gain the most time he can while he has the tires. He managed to not lose a lap, which is a good thing, but we'll see when this final pit stop comes around if it'll favor him or not. Tristan's going to have the lead though. Brandon Hale up to 2nd. Hayden got a bump and run to 4 up the track. That's going to allow Tristan to pull away. Tristan now has the most laps led by 4. So Holden will need to try to get something here going. He's been kind of running around 3rd to 5th the last this stint a little bit. This last like 15 laps, he's got to try to get something going. I think if he wants to try to get the 5 bonus points, which will help him. As there's some shoving going on back there. I didn't really see who was the perpetrator, but I think this race could be up in the air since there's still in a pack of cars fighting for it. Still up in the air, but Cole now making it through wide for 2nd. We haven't talked about him all day. We've only talked about negative things, but he's up here, and if we have one more stop here to go, most likely. If he has a solid enough stop, doesn't speed, he's going to be in contention, I think, to win this race. If he just doesn't lose enough time. As Bush McBeans and Sean are pitting, they've kind of been pitting a little bit earlier. I don't know if this is their last stop, but if so, they didn't have a bad stop and they didn't speed. Cole's going to get pushed to the lead and is going to lead a lap. Holy, Cole's been leading his first laps of the season. Last few races, I believe, was at Hickory, and now today. He's making a good name for himself right now, at least, with the time being. He's in contention for sure. Brandon's in contention. These top 5 guys are probably the best guys in contention, besides if Lucas's off strategy ends up not paying off. It's going to be these guys battling for the win easily. If they do not fuck up on pit road, it's going to be a huge if, because we've seen guys constantly have a bad exit, bad entry, or even speed. So it's going to be a stressful pit stop for pretty much all these guys, except for the guys that build up a gap. Brandon's going to lead his 3rd lap of the race, my bad. Hayden has the lead now. I think any of these guys got an equal chance, but it's going to be the guy who's best on defense. And so far, I think Tristan's been really good at defense, and that's been their weakness, is that they give up the bottom too quick. But Hayden's been good too. I think he's been good at getting to the bottom of these guys as well. So those two definitely the ones to watch. Holden's definitely was the best car, but now I'd argue Tristan's making that conversation a little bit, I guess, tougher to say, because he's been leading more laps now, but Shug's been consistently up there too. But side by side, Tristan's led 40 laps. Holden needs to get 8 more to get that bonus. But 23 laps to go. Not too sure if it's going to happen. It's just another 5 points to Tristan's name gained, if he could hang on to it here. But Hayden now to the lead. There's been a lot of shoving though, so I don't want to see you guys race super dirty, but it's going to be interesting to see. 22 to go. Brandon tries to make it 3 wide for the lead. Doesn't really stick, but Holden actually helped Holden get past the 29. 22 to go. Holden breaks extra. And Tristan's going to pit with Cole. Shug, I think, was intending to pit that time, but unfortunately got stuck on the outside by the 4 cars, so Holden's going to pit this time. We'll see how that affects him. I don't think it will. Hayden's going to pit too. Brandon's going to stay out. We've seen Brandon stay out a little bit. He just has to have a pit stop like last time, I feel like. He cannot have a bad stop here. Otherwise, he's going to lose a ton of time. He's got to have the best stop, but he cannot speed. That's been some of these guys' kryptonites, and as Brandon has sped on pit road before in stressful situations, so we'll see. But let's see how far Brandon's going to try to push it here, as he was actually in the lead before that. So I think Brandon might have a shot of getting the lead here, but we'll see. Brandon's going to pit now. Let's see this pit stop. He's got to have a good stop, but he cannot speed. Let's spectate the leader of the pack now. It is Cole, actually. Cole is the leader here now. Brandon gets off. Let's see how good of a stop it really was. Wait, Cole isn't? No, he is. He is the leader. Cole's the leader now. He is. He had a good enough stop to now. He is the leader. No, he is. No, I'm in terms of the battle for the lead. Let's see how long Lucas is going to push it now. As my bad, I forgot that Lucas is staying out. 17 to go. I don't think Lucas is going to be able to hold this one, but we'll see. If Lucas pits, Cole is the leader to battle. It's battle between Cole and Brandon right now, but I'd say they should try to... in my opinion, if Lucas tries to stretch this out, Cole and Brandon might want to try to work together, maybe try to gain more time if he doesn't try to pit. We'll see, though. Cole goes to the top. But let's see here if Lucas can stretch it out to the end. He's got 15 laps to try to do it. I just don't think it's enough time, as Sean's going to make an unexpected pit stop, in my opinion. But if Lucas here is staying out, Cole's got to be good on defense, because if Lucas pits, he's going to be the one put in this projected first place. He's just got to be good on defense right now and try to hold it on. Wyatt's going to make a stop here. Some late race stops, although Cole still hanging on. Cole's been now taken advantage of by the 29. Lucas still staying out, though. If Lucas, I think... If Lucas leads the rest of the race, he will tie for most laps led. Then I would have to see who I would give the bonus to, which I think I would probably give it to who finished higher, and if he wins this race, he would get the bonus, obviously. But let's see. Lucas here is trying to hang on, but he isn't a lap down, so he's got 12 laps to try to stretch this one out. Cole's lost a little bit of time. They've lost a little bit of time on Tristan. I think they got to try to be as aggressive as possible while they can still, to try to pass the 48. They got to battle like it's the white flag, because suddenly, if the 88 peels off, you guys are going to be the ones having the spotlight on you, battling for the win. And then you're going to be kind of regretting not trying to take advantage of the lead while you could have. Hayden gave him a shot, and that's going to help Tristan, honestly. I thought Hayden was trying to pass him there. 29 laps led for the 88. Luke is still leading this thing. I'm gonna untoggle the scroll wheel. I want to see the time that Lucas loses. Lucas has a 9-second lead, but if he's gonna try to stretch that shit out, you gotta pit. Lucas, you cannot pit with 2 to go, otherwise you'll be penalized 2 laps. So I'm just letting you know. Oh, Cole gets in a hold in a little bit. Kind of a chain reaction there. They gotta try to gain some time, because it's a battle between Tristan and Hayden for the lead. Will win now, right now. If Lucas pits, that's a big if. They have not gained any time on Lucas. Lucas has been managing the tires perfectly, I think. I think Lucas might be able to fuel save his way to a win here. We'll see. 7 to go. I don't know. Lucas has a real chance. He's actually gained time. He's got seconds to play with, honestly. But if you give up a second a lap, you're going to risk losing this lead here that you've built up. Hayden gives up a little bit of a gap. Lucas has 5 laps to go. Can he stretch it out? Let's see what the gap is now. It seems like he's almost gained a little bit, but we'll see. Yep, he's even gained even more tenths. So Lucas Hansen might win this shit off fuel strategy. It'll be the most impressive fuel win ever, probably, considering he was absolutely wrecked after that last caution we had. 4 laps to go. I don't know. We'll see. He's got to pit next time by if he can't make it. He feels like, but he's got quite a bit of time to play with. He's gained so much time. Cole is froze. 4 to go. 3 to go now, Lucas. This is the lap to pit, but I don't know. You might be able to stretch it out. He was leading at lap 17. Can he stretch it out? He is going to risk it for the biscuit. Lucas Hansen, 2 laps to go. He's gained so much time. Lucas Hansen. Sean's going to give up the lead to the pass here. Can he make it off of turn 4? Lucas is going to see the white flag in Pikes Peak. Is he going to be able to make it to the line? We will see. Out of turn 4, Lucas Hansen is going to sweep the Pikes Peak week, and he wins in a fuel mileage finish and gets the most laps led. What a win for the 88 team, as we're going to see who gets second place here. Hayden's going to bump and run. He's going to get 3rd place. Oh my god, what a close finish right there. Lucas has 128 fuel. What a win for the 88 crew. Absolutely deserved this one. He had an absolute finish. Absolute impressive fuel win here. Lucas, if you want to get that fuel so you can do a burnout, you might guess. But damn, the 88 car brings one home for the team. He gets some much needed redemption from last season. Man, what a win for Lucas. Let me set gravity real quick. Alright. Try to get a good screenshot here. Lucas Hansen on. I'm trying to get it full screen here. Alright, let me get a screenshot. Lucas Hansen. You're going too fast, Bubba. I can't get a good screenshot that way. Try my best. What a win for this 88 crew, man. They absolutely stole one here. They were not the dominant guy, but they were definitely up there all day. Let's go to the victory lane. Oh, fuck. My bad. My bad, Lucas. Zero clue. Let me just spawn you. Lucas Hansen, we're gonna interview you here. Lucas, how do you feel about sweeping Pikes Peak tonight? Here.
Yeah, man. I I was fuel saving as hard as possible that entire last stint. I got wrecked on like after the restart, and I completely changed my plan after that. I just decided to just save the entire race and ended up paying off.
Man, what do you feel? Man, you got this win the same way you did at the K&N race. How do you feel about it here, man? Just this is even more impressive considering you were wrecked. You were at a deficit even more this time around.
I mean, I don't know, man. Just what it is crazy. That might be my favorite win I've gotten this week because the fuel saving just paid off.
Yes,
So I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, damn, bro. Yeah, what do you gotta say for your fans? I mean, you got Kansas next week. I think you're gonna be good there. How do you feel?
Yeah, we'll see. Intermediates are definitely not my best tracks, but hope I can run good enough to get a good finish. But yeah, I'll guess see you Kansas because I'll be there.
All right, that is your race winner, Lucas. Now ties for the most wins in the series. Damn, good job for the 88 crew. They definitely over-accomplished in the final stint here to get themselves a win and some extra bonus points on the season. Second place was Tristan. Third was Hayden. I don't know if they want interviews. Fourth was Holden. So Holden, how do you feel about your race? You were actually probably one of the best guys all race long. You were up there the first stint, first half. How do you feel about it? Shugsta? Hello, Holden. Alright, I don't think he wants an interview here. Let's see here. I think fifth place was Cole. Cole, how do you feel about your race here? Probably one of your better races. You were in contention for a second place at the end of that thing. If Lucas was to pit, you're going to be in contention for the win. I mean, this team has definitely improved over the last few weeks. You guys were getting pretty bad results, but now you guys have been improving quite a bit, getting solid finishes out of it. So how do you feel?
It could have been a lot better. At least I got top 5 finally, my first fucking top 5 of the entire season, and finally led my second lap. So, I guess that's worth it, but the ending was pretty fucking sabotaged. I couldn't really do much. The lag just said, nah, I want to come in now and fuck you over. And, costed Brandon, kind of screwed over Shug, I don't know, but mostly fucked over Brandon for the most part. I couldn't really do much. Other than that, good shit, Lucas. I was expecting him to lead and win the race because of his fuel strategy. And also, sorry, Bug. I did not mean to fucking just say like, oh, I want to pit now when you were about to pit with us. I did not fucking mean that. But I guess top 5 at least. We'll take it.
All right, that is your 27 car. He won the track that we're going to next. So Cole, much needed momentum heading into that race. We're going to interview Mr. 8th place Sean here today. Sean, you were consistent early on. Unfortunately, something happened at the end. I mean, I don't know what happened. I don't remember what, but what happened there at the end to get a 8th place at the end? You pitted late, but how do you feel about it?
Definitely not my best work art, that's for sure. Definitely could have had a better car. Strategy that I tried to play did not work in my favor at all. Thought everyone had to pit one more time, and you know, it wasn't a smart idea of me to short stop.
Yeah, I mean, how do you feel about the next race here at Kansas? I mean, it's once again, you're really good at the intermediates. So far, you've been pretty solid all around. What do you think you're going to have to do to try to get a win here soon? The 78 team has been solid, but not yet close to that victory besides the 500. So what do you think you have to do?
I don't know, I need some teammates, but I'm not teaming with Wyatt because apparently if you tap his bumper one time, he'll throw a whole hissy fit about it, so won't be tapping his bumper no more, and I don't know, gain more speed out of the car.
Alright, that is your 78 car driver. Sean, solid race for him, although the finish doesn't reflect his top 5 speed, I'd say he had. Bug, you are back here 2 weeks in a row. How do you feel about this 9th place finish? I think you were pretty solid. Unfortunately, you just got penalties, speeding penalties.
It was my first time running with tire wear. Did not know it was going to be that bad in all technicality. I thought it was going to be like a little bit of fall off and then just going. It was a steep fall off when it got past 70. So it was a pain in my ass to wheel that fucking hard. But I got it around. We at least finished. Not the right place we wanted to be. Like last week, surprisingly, got second on a road course. But hopefully we can do better at Kansas, and I know what to do with the tires now.
Yes, I mean, you are, once again, like last season, kind of at a deficit with points in the cut line, but if you could get within a certain amount of points, you might be able to win and get in somehow at IRP, but how do you feel about your start to the season?
What? You glitched out. What?
How do you feel about your start to the season?
It feels okay. We started at Daytona, but this did not show until last week, which was my best race of the year, which I'm happy about. But hopefully we can do that at Kansas.
Yes.
More road courses, hopefully, that are a drifty setup. Because I actually been really good at those. It's surprising.
We do not.
But hopefully a lot better next week. Kansas. Well, it's an intermediate. I'm all right at intermediates, but hope I don't get fucked by tire wear like today. But hey, it is what it is. Congratulations, Lucas Hansen. That beautiful fuel saving run.
Alright, that is Bug. Hopefully we could see him in victory lane for the first time, but that is the race here, the Peak Antifreeze 400. Once again, one of the best races of the season so far. I mean, we're still early into the season, but once again, Pikes Peak has never failed to deliver a solid race, but that is out on media for you. On Thursday, we'll see you for the K&N race at New Jersey Motorsports